It's flickering.
Flickering light. Back to the third step of the tetrad, campfire. Everything. You ever sit around and roast marshmallows and sing Kumbaya? It's like that is the coolest movie just to watch fire. You're sitting there and it's stinky, and then your clothes smell and you're getting mosquito bites, but it's like you sacrifice all that just to look at the flickering light. Amazing. Dan.
Just it's an artistic expression, but it would serve maybe the function of recording what they see in their world.
Very good, thank you. Next.
Do check out what I did today.
Do check out what I did to that
Today.
Today. Very good. Will.
What
Function of the cave art.
social deviant.
So social deviance.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
I think it's about relationships with environments, but I was also just thinking that sympathetic magic has a lot to do with your perceptions and your realities. It's basically saying that here I can create this thing for others to perceive, and it's going to become a reality that way.
It's going to become there. That is so great. I just wrote an article. I hope you all read it on Mike Kelly, who's I looked up to him so highly, and we went to art school together, and then he became a huge artist, and he committed suicide, and it blew me out. I couldn't believe it. I said, "You're too smart to commit suicide." And a lot what you just said touched on that. He said, making art is making your sickness everyone else's sickness. You look at his art, and in his obit it said, "His art made me feel soiled." It's like, that's the last thing anybody wants to feel, And you don't want to go and see art that makes you feel soiled. It's like Kino's was the same. It's like, ugh. Okay, George, you're up.
Too far to walk to a gallery, do it yourself.
Thank you. No.
Experiential archivalry.
Archivalry. You people have been so great. We're going to end with the tetrad on the word magic. And it's been truly magical for me to share time with you. And I want to thank Jasmine and Will. And if you want to give me your email, I come up about once a year from LA and do about 5 events over 5 days. I'd love to keep you informed. And you can always go to laughtears.com. That's our website, or VeniceWake.org. If you're coming down to LA, I'll feed you a gourmet meal and give you an extra bicycle and show you around Venice, California. It's a great town. It's sort of magical in its own way. 1 million people walk through our town every month, and it still has a community of artists and thinkers, and spawned a lot of great people over the years. So let's do a tetrad on the word magic. So the first would be, what does magic enhance or intensify? Thinking that this. We did a tetrad on electricity once, and someone says, well, we didn't invent electricity. I didn't put this out front probably early enough. What a tetrad is for is anything humans invented. So we could say that magic isn't invented by humans, that it's just there. But what we're going to do the tetrad on is the word magic. So, keep that in mind. And so it's sort of like this invention. We've sort of tried to decide that magic is this, whatever we want to define it as. So what does magic enhance or intensify? Let's start with the guy who likes Frank Zappa. All right.
Yeah. So, the concept of magic.
Yeah.
That intensifies?
Enhances or intensifies?
But that enhances. That's a weird question.
It's a very weird question.
I gotta think about that.
That's all right. No problem.
I feel like it enhances feeling our limits, and it kind of enhances a spiritual sense.
Spiritual sense and feeling our limits. It's amazing you put those two together, because that's sort of like if you'd say religion is spirituality, because that's what religions usually do. They go, you've got to limit your feelings, do this. You can't just, okay.
I think magic enhances our mythologies.
Our mythologies. Mythologies, what a great word. A lot of us learned a lot about mythologies from Joseph Campbell. If you're not aware, Joe Campbell became famous after he got on Bill Moyer's show. He was sort of known because 5 years after Finnegan's Wake came out, in the early 40s, he wrote a book trying to explain it. His whole life was, he had Finnegan's Wake in his pocket all the time. His wife said, let me see that book. You love that book more than me. She happened to be the great dancer, Jean Urban, and she says, found a chapter in Finnegan's Wake, which was a TV script for a TV show in a bar. They're watching TV. This is 1939. So, you know, talk about predicting the future, Nostradamus. This book has a TV script in it in 39, and she goes, oh, I'm going to make this into a dance play. She toured the world dancing Finnegan's Wake and was more famous than Mr. Mythology himself, Joe Campbell, until he got on Bill Moyers. So, thank you for that. Bringing up that great word. Okay, what's the question again? What does magic enhance or intensify?
I forget who said this, but someone said, do you want to see me move something with my mind? And I move my hand with my mind.
Oh,
So-
that's like
so-
Stephen Wright or Emo Phillips. It's like a comic?
It's funny to me. but whatever, I think magic intensifies whatever that is.
Right, whatever that is, good.
Well, it ought to first intensify your ability to question things.
That's good. And Maya, it's all your fault because you brought up that great word magic and it helped me. Actually, it was you and Arthur C. Clarke. Good combo. Okay, what does magic enhance or intensify?
I think it enhances wonder at things you don't understand, because magic is just things we haven't taken apart and think we understand yet.
Love the word wonder. Thank you. Eric.
Magic enhances the suspension of disbelief.
Very good. Thank you.
It expands and enhances your awareness of your connection with all other things.
Awareness of connection. Very good. Thank you.
I was going to say the elements.
The elements. Enhances or intensifies the elements. Thank you.
I think it enhances, intensifies your ability to have a vocabulary and a dialogue about the unknown.
About the unknown, yeah. Mark?
Perception.
Perception. What does magic enhance or intensify? Perception. What a great word. Whoever invented perception, I love that word. It's like, here's another word. Words evoke more than their meaning. So McLuhan was all about perception, but he was in the world of conception. So guess what concepts do? Concepts con you into believing that's the way things are. Nothing is the way it is. So it's a con job. But again, it makes it sound like I'm against conception. No, it's just another word, another thing. But it is sort of a con job when you say, that's it. I've nailed it. Jasmine, what...
Going back to, I forget your name, the poet, writer.
Mark.
But that it's again, same answer as before, but that space in between. The discrepancy between the two
Very good.
things.
Yeah. The resonating
and then that's a release.
It's a release. The resonating interval as release. Thank you. Dan.
Curiosity.
Thank you.
Disbelief.
Thank you. Will.
I was going to say what Jasmine said, so I'll say campfire.
No, I was at the famous pepper spray college, UC Davis, and I said, look it, just say anything. Don't go past. Just say zucchini or anything. And then this kid on this really good question goes, zucchini.